Hello everyone. Let us take a recap of the previous class. We have learned about the types of perspectives, namely 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, and 3-point perspective. Today, we are going to learn how to draw 2-point perspective drawing. For that, first we need to know our tools. We will require a drawing board, one half imperial size drawing sheet, a T-scale, an adjustable set square, HB pencils, an eraser, a sharpener, and a ruler. We will keep referring to the terms that we learned in our previous class, so do keep your notes handy. Let us start with the basic object like a box. This form is called a cuboid. When the object is viewed from the top, the visible face is called a plan. The face on the front is called the front elevation, and the surface towards the sides are referred to as side elevations. Let us understand how to set up the drawing board before we start our perspective drawings. You need to tape your sheet from all four corners to the drawing board. Ensure that there are no air gaps or folds, and sheet edges are aligned to the board and the scale. Great! Now let us take the T-scale and slide it over to the edge of the board. The shorter side of the T-scale is held by one hand against the edge of the drawing board, and the other hand is used to operate the set square and draw. Ensure that the shorter edge of the T-scale is always tightly sliding against the edge of the drawing board. One has to be always careful with the amount of pressure applied on the T-scale. Okay, now we are ready to start with the drawing process. Step 1 is to draw a plan keeping the axis at 30-60 degrees from our horizontal reference line. In order to do so, you need to adjust the adjustable set square at an angle of 30 degrees so that one side of the set square is set to 30 degrees and the other side to 60. The object is drawn at an angle for the ease of understanding the concept. The size of this plan is 5 cm by 3 cm. Step 2 is deciding where the station point is. Usually, it is kept away from the object so that the complete object is within the cone of vision. The cone of vision, for the purpose of drawing perspective, is considered as 45 degrees. In our case here, we take the station point SP at 7 cm from the vertex B. The next step is to establish a picture plane slightly above the object. You can name the plane as PP. After this, we mark the vanishing points on either side of the object. These can be obtained by drawing a line parallel to the face AB from the station point. The point where it intersects the picture plane is the vanishing point VP1. Similarly, mark the vanishing point on the other side. We draw a line parallel to the side BC. The point where it intersects the picture plane is called the vanishing point VP2. Now, we locate the height line by projecting a convenient side of the object to meet the picture plane. Always remember to label the various elements in your drawing. Now comes the important element of perspective drawing, that is, the horizon line. This line decides how we are going to see the object. In our case, we are going to draw the perspective view above the plan. So, we will draw the horizon line 7 centimeters above the picture plane and label it as HL. Once the horizon line is in place, we need to project the vanishing points vertically on the horizon line using set squares and T-scale. Now we decide the ground line. This line will be below the horizon line and above the picture plane. Draw a line parallel to both at 3 centimeters from the picture plane. With these steps, we have prepared the base required to draw the perspective drawing of a given object. Measuring from the ground line, mark the true height of the object on the height line. In this case, the height of the object is 2.5 centimeters. From vanishing point VP1, lines are drawn through the intersection of both the points of true height line. The lines we just drew are the top and bottom edges of the front elevation of the object. From the station point, visual rays are drawn through the vertices A and B towards the picture plane. From the point where these rays meet the picture plane, vertical lines are projected up. Mark the intersection between the previously drawn line emerging from VP1 and the vertical projections. These four intersections form the front elevations plane a surface of our perspective drawing. Using the same process, draw lines from vanishing point VP2 to vertices B and B'. From the station point, visual rays are drawn through the vertices C and D towards the picture plane. From the point where these rays meet the picture plane, vertical lines are projected up. Always draw the vertical projections with the help of a T-scale and the set square. Now complete the side elevation of the object by joining the 4 intersections. Draw lines from the top 2 diagonal vertices towards the vanishing points on the opposite sides. The point where these lines meet should be the same as the vertical projection of point D. By doing this, we have drawn the top view or the plan of the object in 2-point perspective. Draw darker lines over the edges of the object, drawn in order to get a contrast between the object and the projection line.